Hi, I'm Little John. This is my son John. Decided this year to kick off and start out a YouTube channel. How it's going to go? Hell, I don't know. Probably terrible, maybe good. Who knows? We decided to do a introduction of where we work and what we do. We've got a small garage that we work out of, a little 21 by 21, but we make a lot happen in this garage. Here in just a minute, we'll grab the camera and give you a quick show around of what we got in the garage and how crammed we are. And
what projects we got going on?
we have a lot of projects going on ourselves, and plus we do a ton of projects for other people. It's just something we enjoy. I've been in the field for a long time myself, a little over 25 years. I'm actually a master certified technician, and not that that means a lot to a lot of people, but it does to me. I took a lot of time to get that far in my life. I started when I was very young. I started at the young age of probably 7 or 8 years old, turning wrench and having fun with it. I joined in with my father, pulling my first engine at 9 years old. What a hell of an experience that was, and I found out that I had one hell of a love for automotive and for engines, and from there on it just went haywire. I eventually started right out of high school, jumped right into the field at young age of 17, and kicked off with that and ran a shop for quite some time. Worked for my first shop, I worked for 18 and a half years, something like that. I took managership about 2 years into that job, and eventually wound up running the place all the way to the end of my service with them. Right shortly after that, I decided to jump in and do some teaching. I was an advanced automotive instructor for a couple of years. It was not. It was quite an awesome experience. It just wasn't a affordable experience. I couldn't survive with the wage I was getting from there. From there, I decided to go into fleet and worked for one of my local cities and quite enjoyed it. It was an awesome experience, and I took on to a better opportunity and jumped into one of the local counties of garage superintendent. Having a great time with that, and I decided this year that this was an opportunity to take on and maybe even teach a little bit more and give some videos to people that enjoy watching this, or even need a little bit to learn and just need some guidance. Well, I figured we'd just go corner to corner. I don't have a whole lot, but what I've got is mine, that's for sure. We've got all my welding equipment over on this side of the garage here. We've got a nice little surround sound going on in the garage. Of course, you've got to have your big ass bucks that you can't ever afford. Then moving into, I just got a lot of memorabilia that I've hung in the garage, and some of it means something, and some of it's just collection. Had a great time collecting it, and it's one of those things that I really love to collect and gather up and have fun with. Some of the stuff comes to everything that I've installed or everything that I've bought, or kind of run from there. I just feel like each and every one of these stickers and all that kind of gets me somewhere. I don't know, makes me feel warm and cozy inside. Where we build stuff.
It's usually always cluttered.
Usually full of garbage, because there's always so much work going on. It's hard to keep up. Everybody knows that feeling. So I literally have stuff piled everywhere, and again, of course you gotta have your beer fridge. There it is right there. And literally parts everywhere. We've got a few engine builds going on, a few cars being built right now. We're doing got an 82 Camaro I'm building, got a 71 Chevy C10 I'm building. That's actually what this transplant's going into. We've got a 2002 WRX building for the son. He's having a good time with that. He's getting super excited. We've got plenty of tools rolling around. I've got tools stacked everywhere. Who says you gotta have a fancy tool cart? No, not this guy. Engine stuffed in the corner, tire stuffed in the corner. I mean, we got a hell of a lot of stuff everywhere. It's just piled up everywhere that we can possibly fit stuff. There's all of our liquids and everything that we go through day to day. We got enough daylight left that we're going to attempt to show some of our projects we got going on and kind of go from there on it. Okay, 2002 WRX Impreza. Little project car he's got going on. So as we talked yesterday, he's been doing a lot of work to it. He has we found this aftermarket hood and has the big scoop. It is actually Rhino lined, kind of weird, kind of different, but we was thinking maybe we'd just try to paint match it and see what it looked like. And it'll look wrinkly obviously, but probably better than that black. But even with the black, it doesn't look too awfully bad at this point. It's going to do some upgraded headlights, and then of course get the fog lights for it as well, because it didn't have any when we got it. We picked it up with a blown engine, well, blown timing belt and bent valves, and we're slowly fixing it up and kind of going from there on it. Say anything on it?
It doesn't line up very well, just because the previous owner wrecking it.
Body lines is what he's talking about. So he's cleaned it out. He's done a pretty good job on the interior, cleaning it up and swapping parts, and we've got a bunch of parts off used cars and everything. We still got to get some more, you know, rear bumper, stuff like that. Didn't have a good wing when we had purchased it, and we found this other one, and we'll color match it eventually, just do a whole paint job on the car. He was also got the upgraded wheels, and they're just sitting on stock wheels right now. He went through his trunk, fixed up his trunk and everything, sanded it out, put some rust sealer in there, and then sprayed it. He's got, you know, all of his extra parts in here. There's one of his wheels that he's going to be putting on the car, and then we showed some tires last night. He's got a pretty nice looking setup going on. Some Raceland coilovers we picked up for a really good price used, and again, he's just slowly fixing her up and moving forward with it.
Found some taillights.
Replaced the tail lights. He had some pretty ugly faded out ones on the car. So he's just kind of got his stuff everywhere in here, and nice header set up for it and everything, and all that. So there's project number one. His birthday's coming up, turned 16 in February. So the idea is to try to have it running for him for his birthday. We'll move on to project number two. We got all kinds of crap. We got a Trailblazer. We've got my 2500 HD. Love this truck. What a hell of an awesome truck. Got my old 96. Love that truck as well. It's a pretty sweet ride. It's nicknamed Old Reliable because when nothing else will start, that thing will. Here's the 71. Project will be coming along come spring. It is a beater. It is nothing pretty, and that's not the idea anyway. It's kind of going to be a sleeper. Trans for it, be getting it cleaned up, go through it and make sure it's all good to go. I will just be running a 4L60E in this thing. It's obviously everybody, if you know anything about transmissions, you know that's kind of a crap transmission, but it will do the trick for now. I'll go ahead and sand it once I get the engine in, and then from there we'll
we'll let it blow up and then really find the right one. Everything is a beater, man. This thing has been sitting for a long time. This was my get around truck back in the day. I think the last time I had it registered, let's see, it was 2003. So this truck's been sitting since then. I'm excited to throw the new engine in it this summer. So, big wide open hole. Lots to do. Gonna go ahead and clean it all up. I'm just gonna go ahead and be cheap on it, throw a coat of paint on it, and make it look somewhat decent under the hood, and go from there on it. The next project is the one that we've had some fun with. Put that all together over the summer, last summer. Camaro. Yeah. This is my honey I've been working on for a little while. I am super excited about this one. It's coming along quite a bit. It's been a it's been a fun project. The car's been sitting since 1992. This is the car that actually got me started in automotive. I was about 9 years old when we removed the first engine in this. Helped my dad along with it. It's first father and son project, and the car was wrecked a little while after we put the new engine in it, hence the red front end on it. My pops drove it to work one day and heard the radiator hissing. He got off work, filled it up, drove it home and parked it. He thought my sister would feel bad and buy him a radiator, and well, she was only 16. What 16-year-old's going to feel bad about that? Long story short, the car's been sitting for 28 years now. I went ahead and resurrected it. I've been working on this. I started building the engine 6 years ago, actually almost 7 now. My big goal was to have it running last summer, and even to get it to drive down the road. It does drive, however, tires are sitting on it are 28 years old. They're rotted to holy hell. The windshield's broke. I haven't built the exhaust yet. That's one of the things I'm going to do this coming summer. So I got to build the exhaust. I got to pop the transmission back out and throw a stall converter in it, which I've got the stall converter. Just need to pop that out and throw that in. Then I need to go through the interior, clean it up. The liner, roof liner's drooping, so I'll pull that out and redo it, and then put it back together and just clean it up really well. This car probably won't receive a paint job for a few years as well. We're just poor boys trying to make it and have fun with our projects that we got going on. Stay tuned. Hit the like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing.